or WhatsApp 287-0971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. REV-UP St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Harddrive brought to you with the compliments of Ultramart and Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations, and embalming, fine locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Ram Valley's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, hearse services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keyrings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Ram Valley's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs? Look no further than Ultramart. We stock a variety of options from the world's leading brands, all at affordable prices. Whether you're looking for fresh produce, pantry staples, or household essentials, we've got you covered. And that's not all. Don't miss out on our ultra specials and promotions for a chance to win hundreds of dollars in vouchers, hampers, and special prizes. Visit any one of our 4 convenient locations today or check us out on our Facebook and Instagram page. Ultramart, your one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs. Shop smart. Shop Ultramart.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, and also on DBS Television. Live. Welcome to Harddrive for today, Tuesday, the 18th of August. My name is Andre Paul, the co-host. We have Natalie. Natalie, a very good morning to you.
Hi, good morning to you, AP.
All right, all is well there?
All is well.
Okay, looking nice and shiny.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Let's say good morning to Lady J. Lady J, good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre. Good morning, listeners. Good morning, viewers. How's everything, Andre?
Yes, I'm well.
Okay, nice.
You know, just before I forget, remember we were talking about that incident? I think I shared the video. I think they shared the video with you, where the guy was making a lot of noise because of the lady thinking that she's cheating and so. You know, somebody sent me a video that they actually have a sort of meme. It has the lady's face on it, and I that's not cool. There's a song out there. The song is like talking about her and so on. That's just not cool.
Well, that's what it is right now.
Yeah, that shouldn't be.
It's evolving now, and that's what they're doing.
But let me ask you, you were saying something yesterday about the law. The law now should be upgraded to address those kinds of things, because you don't know the person, not your friend. You're not in the situation. You understand? That's not your business. And for you to make fun of this lady, you don't even know what she's going through right now. She's probably going through a rough time, and you don't even know what you're doing there may even lead her to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one thing to do the song, but to actually have the lady's pick there for everybody to see, that's not right. That's not nice. I think that's taking
Wait, the video of him is showing that already, Andre. So what do you mean? His video is showing her.
Well, I guess
so her face is already out there.
Yeah, he wanted to ensure that he exposed her. But I mean, for the public now to go further by making a song about the lady and the guy and having her pick there, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
And the law should be such that if they found out who you are doing this thing, you're charged.
Yeah. Well, that would be her and her lawyer and so on. What I detest is when they actually use your name and the information is incorrect. That I detest. And St. Lucians are just known to do things like that.
Notorious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it would be her.
It's the culture, isn't it?
Yeah. But Andre, I saw the car. Nice car. I was like, hey!
Okay.
Driving good ride.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was all materialistic, and I think he believes that this is what makes the lady happy.
I wouldn't say that, Andre.
Yeah, but
That's probably you saying it, but I wouldn't say that.
No, but hold on. If you listen to the video, that's all he talks about.
Yeah,
All
but
what he's been
also he
doing for
talks
her.
about how he working for that little bit of money,
Right.
and he was spending so much on her.
Exactly.
So no, he's bringing that up. He's also saying how much he loves her. So in his mind, if this is what it is for love, this is what I'm giving. I don't know how he was brought up, Andre. I know for sure. For me to care for you, Andre, is not for me to give you stuff. It's part of the relationship, yes. It's your birthday, it's this, I see something nice, looking like Andre, okay, blah, blah, blah. But to just shower you with stuff, and I would question if you were showering me with stuff as well.
Well, that's the point I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was doing. He's just showering her with stuff. Even
That's
at the
what
end
he
of the
believes
video,
in.
he shows the vehicle. What was that about?
Well,
You
when
understand?
I saw the vehicle after you sent it for me, two things came to mind, Andre. Is this a vehicle he's bought for her? Or was this, because he said, you driving him in the vehicle. He
Yeah.
didn't say in my or in our.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm still a little confused as to
I suspect
the
it's his vehicle. He probably allowed her to use it. As I said, I think he believes that this is what impresses this girl. And maybe that's exactly what impresses her. He knows that, right? But then again, and we're talking on our program this one, The Love Zone, was about affection and how important affection is to females. So maybe he has the wrong impression of what a woman really, really needs. Maybe so, to make her happy.
Possible. Maybe they haven't had enough conversation back and forth to know exactly what she wants. You may have an impression of a person or of an entire gender, of an entire sex.
I wouldn't even say
But you know-
he doesn't know what a woman wants,
You know-
because she obviously wants both. That's why she hadn't let him go. She wants what he can give her, and she probably wants, I don't know, is it affection from the other one? I don't know, because
Something.
he said the man is inside there. And we saw the man go in.
That's true. But and you know, that's the thing. It's possible she didn't have anything with the guy. That's a possibility. But as you were saying yesterday, what you're doing at the house there at that time. You know what I'm saying?
That brings me back
Can
to,
you imagine? Yeah.
that brings me back to the boxer. What's his name again?
Tyson?
Tyson. At that time, after the show, she goes back to his room.
Yeah.
She has sex with him. When he doesn't want to bring her outside, she accuses him of rape. And he
Well-
goes down for that, you know.
Well, I'm not sure of the details. Well, Lady J,
Well, it was out in the public
he was found guilty.
from law.
He was found guilty
And,
of
you know,
raping,
they
raping the
they
woman.
had the details out, you know, just like they had Samson, O.J. Simpson's details out.
I thought it was Samson and Delilah. I thought, oh, Lady J has some info.
Yes.
Nah,
Anyway,
you're not going to go so far back. Andre would do that.
but as I was saying, what to take it to that level, this is unfair to the lady involved, because we don't have all the facts. We're really judging her. You understand? Right? Just based on the video, the guy making all that noise. Sometimes he's off. Maybe there's some other reason why the guy was there.
But
And to be
Andre,
honest
he
with
was
you,
too much,
I found the guy was kind of cool. He
He
just
was
turned his
too
back
much.
and he walked away, kind of thing. But I agree with you, Lady J. You're in a relationship. You should not be encouraging a guy to be at your house late night, early morning. What kind of thing is that? I agree. I agree with that. That's
Well,
just
what were
looking
they
for.
doing outside? Did he just arrive? I mean, they were not inside. They were outside.
I don't know.
Yeah. And well, for sure, I'm happy that the guy, I'm not happy he was there because we don't know the reasoning behind that, but I'm happy he turned to the guy and just walked inside. Because one, he may have seen the camera and that's why he didn't want to get into any problems, or two, he's a cool guy. Who knows?
I give him some points that he didn't go in there and fight with the guy. I give him some points for that.
Yeah.
He stayed outside. He didn't go in, because the typical Lucian fella would go inside there.
A couple of knocks. Yeah.
Blows,
Yeah.
boy. Yeah,
And hope you win. Hope you're the stronger one, because hey, at that point you don't know.
exactly.
But Andre, this guy was crying so much and so emotional. We couldn't even see properly because the camera kept.
And notice he was very careful not to show his face, huh?
Yeah,
he was
didn't.
very,
But
very
you could
careful.
see the brown skin. I saw the arm.
Well, that's not enough evidence
Hey, Andre,
tie
we
him
have
to the
voice.
crime.
Andre, we have the voice.
Tie him
Come
to
on,
the
we
crime.
have the voice.
Yeah.
And
My
people
gosh.
who know her and possibly know them. Because Andre, you know, it's funny you sent me this. I was out and I received it, but my volume was down. And I kept wondering, what's that about? And I just never bothered to look at it. So when you sent it and I saw it, I said, wait, I received that. I just never bothered to look at it.
Oh, you did get it, and you
I
just never
received
looked
it,
at
because my volume was down. So when the person sent it, I looked at it. I was like, I saw her looking at the person. I saw him turning and going in. And I did say, what is that? And I just left it. Because I don't always want to receive the gossip and all of that, you know.
Yeah.
Well,
Send me something of what the government is doing for us. Send me that.
Well,
like,
pretty soon.
Like we're hearing every Form 1 student from Kempson is going to receive a laptop. I saw that today on social media. That's what I want to get.
You want to get that.
That's what I want to get. Information like that.
Well,
You know,
pretty
not all this
soon,
gossip.
this scenario, there will be yesterday's news until we
True.
move on to some other hot thing.
True.
So we'll get back to these issues in just a moment. Okay, the menu for today at the Thomas Bread Place is stewed wings or stewed turkey served with ground provisions, lasagna, yellow rice, black beans, and garden salad. Again, the menu for today at the Thomas Bread Place: stewed wings or stewed turkey served with ground provisions, lasagna, yellow rice, black beans, and garden salad. And remember to check out the wide variety of Seamo's beverages, which include blueberry, that's good stuff, beet with flax seeds and chia seeds, good stuff, guava day with sunflower seeds, good stuff, coconut, the ginger, the peanut, and the peanut punch, and regular flaxseed and chia seed Seamo's with milk or without milk. All that is good stuff. Good stuff for the body. All right? And for those of you who are suffering with some kind of well, I shouldn't say ailment, some part of the body that's not functioning at 100%, you can always try Sil's Rub and see if that helps. You can get a large vial for $40. A small one is only $15. So check out Sil by calling her at 716-8018, 716-8018. Again, 716-8018, and ask for Silton's Rub.
Yeah.
Yes, I. Okay, you know, sometimes these aches and pains come early in life, much earlier, and sometimes a lot later in life. But come they will.
Yeah.
You can bank on that one,
true.
boy. Come they will. As the body begins to deteriorate,
Because I
etc.
remember my mom with her knee in her 70s, she started complaining. So you're right.
Yes, yes, at some point. Okay, so can we get to some other matters? Is there anything in particular, either you, Natalie, Lily J, want to mention before we move on?
Well, I mean, that show, the pageant that's coming up for the 50, I guess it's 50 plus or 60 plus, 60 plus. Some of the ladies are going to be here today, Andre, 12 o'clock.
Teacher Jean.
Teacher Jean
Et cetera.
and company. So we look forward to
That's
hearing.
at 2 o'clock. So, yeah, tell us a little
12.
about the pageant. Tell us a little about it.
I don't know much
have
about
all
what's
the
happening
details?
this year, but I know in the past, it's 60 plus. No, I think it's 50. Probably 50 plus. I'm not sure. I think it's 50. They represent either the community and participate. It's totally patois. They only speak Creole. So the questions, everything Creole. They wear their WAP duets. They have talent, interview. Yeah.
Lovely.
Opening number. That I know. So when they come in today, we'll find out if they have any changes.
Yes, and get more details.
Nice.
Get more
I'm looking
details.
forward to listening to
I
that.
think it's 50 plus.
Okay. Yeah, you know, when you're that age, people tend to write you off. All right?
The age
tend
of what?
to write you off.
50 plus,
50 plus and so on.
So
They
young,
just,
under
just
50?
write you off. Yeah, they just write you off. Yeah, we're moving, sticking with the youths, the young people. For example, when you look at an ad, an ad advertising clothes, you don't really see older folks in these ads. It's just young people, right?
That's true.
Yeah, they just kind of
Unless
write
it's
you off.
specifically targeted to.
I was about to
Yeah,
say that.
right, exactly.
You know, if your shop is for the young people, it's the young people. If your shop is like Sea Island Cotton Shop, sometimes have a range, very young, middle. You know, they have a range when they do their advertising. I must admit, because they do sell for any age. They do. They have the cotton stuff, flowing stuff. So you know, one size fit all kind of thing.
Well, let's hope next time they're doing their ad, they remember to have an older person inside there, like me.
Oh, they have. Okay. Okay.
Yes,
I'll have to call her and tell her.
Okay.
We need an ad from you too, Sea Island Cotton Shop.
So, the folks on DBS, thank you very much for airing our show. We really do appreciate that. Linda and the entire crew there
Yeah.
at DBS, thank you so much. And those of you who take the time to check us out on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, thank you so much. You're also on REV-UP.com, that's online. And of course, we are 95.9 FM in the north and in the south and the west and the east.
And we're back on,
Oh, yeah.
all the problems we had.
Yesterday.
Even starting late with the news yesterday.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow,
we're
wow.
back.
Thanks to Cosmos.
Yeah, that
Thanks to
whole
Cosmos,
system. Boy, I
yes.
mean, long ago when you had a power outage, the consoles and so on, the equipment was designed, as soon as the power comes back, you're back on. But this has changed so much right now.
Oh,
It's
really,
changed,
Andre?
yeah, especially with the use of
You've got to
computers.
come back and switch
Yeah.
everything?
Yes,
Okay.
back in the day, just everything comes back on, and the console is back in action. You know, you didn't have to
But wouldn't that be
warm
more
up anything.
dangerous? Wouldn't that be an issue because everything is coming back on this power? Wouldn't that be a problem? Wouldn't it be better for when it goes off, of course unexpectedly, because we wouldn't know when they take in the electricity, but that you manually put it back on, Andre? Wouldn't that be better?
Well, remember, back in the day, we didn't have the kind of equipment that we have right now. For example, we have a piece of equipment right here in our studio. If they take the electricity, we still have what they call sort of like standby power. It keeps us going for about 15 to 20 minutes. Long ago, that never existed. You understand? Now, that piece of equipment, what it does, when the electricity finally goes, if there's a power surge, it actually protects the equipment.
Okay, that's what I'm saying, because
yes.
I'm saying it's coming back and it's putting it on,
When it comes
and it
back
could
on.
blow stuff.
Yes,
which,
yes.
You know, that has happened to
There
people.
were tubes back in the day, what they call tubes. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's a light in the tube, and that was it. So they just come back on, and for true, I'm sure a lot of equipment got damaged and so on. But that's how it was back in the day. But we didn't have to, I said, to reconfigure things and so on. Because up to yesterday evening, our trusty technician, by the way, I have to say thank you to him. You know, Cosmos was still reconfiguring things. Certain things there in the system actually disappeared.
Have you
Well, we put them
eaten,
back.
Cosmos? They had you here all night. I hope you had a good breakfast.
Yeah. So thank you to Cosmos for being there.
So we
for
lost some
REV-UP.
stuff, Andre? Is that what you're saying?
When I say, for
Or he's
example, when I
got
say
it-
lost, for example, some of the
Shifted.
files that we have and so on. So now we have to reconfigure
back.
all
Yeah.
those things. So things have
Yeah.
changed a lot. Yeah. Okay. So, boy, oh boy, our St. Lucia, there's just all that unnecessary violence. We have a beautiful country here. We have a very, very, very beautiful country. And when I say beautiful, I'm talking about the landscape and so on.
Yeah.
I'm also talking about the typical St. Lucian is a very friendly person.
Yes.
Okay, we're very friendly, very nice and everything. But I think our biggest problem is just this violent crime, the use of guns and so on, and knives, and we can't seem to be able to solve our problems amicably, peacefully. We've lost that, unfortunately, and I've said this already. If I'm involved in any kind of altercation, I will try my best to de-escalate. I'll try my best to de-escalate, because I know that if right now, it wasn't like before where you have a fight and the loser goes home. With his tail between his legs, he just goes home until there's a next round, and he may win the next round. But to come back looking for you, come back taking revenge on your family, things like that, that really didn't exist back in the day. You lost the fight until the next time. You understand? But now, I mean, you either leaving there severely wounded or dead.
Yeah.
That's just how it is right now.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
And we have to ask ourselves, how did we get there? What changed over the years that people feel that's the way to resolve issues right now? So we're looking close to maybe about 47 homicides for the year so far, somewhere around there. Folks, I'm not,
Yeah, about that.
I'm just
'cause
speaking
I
off the cuff.
I went online yesterday when I was reading
Yeah.
Safe Streets, Strong Nations, and it gave me about that.
So let me just give you all the updates. There's a homicide involving a 25-year-old victim that happened on Sunday night. Jamal Thomas of Bel Air. It happened on Sunday night. The police have not disclosed a motive or identified any suspect. Investigations are continuing. But the fire service said that they responded to a reported gunshot wound incident in Bel Air, Bexon, at approximately 10:37 p.m. on Sunday, 10:37 p.m., right? And when they found the individual, that's Jamal Thomas of Bel Air, they said he was unresponsive and without vital signs, meaning most likely he was dead.
They're already gone. Yeah.
So that happened at 10:37. There was another homicide, same Sunday. I think this one occurred a little later, probably about an hour or so later, involving a 56-year-old John Ferdinand of Wavin Chabot. Right, he's from Wavin Chabot, but he was reportedly shot in the Entrepot community late Sunday night. Okay, they said that residents described him as a kind person, hardworking, willing to assist others, that sort of thing. And I've learned over the years, leave the people alone. I know we may say, well, that's what they're saying right now, and he wasn't that way. But for the family members who know the victim, he was good to them. So we have to just leave that alone. Let's not get involved in that sort of thing and say, oh, he was this and that and the other. Let the people grieve. Okay? Because I always remember when I was at Radio 100, a lady came on, she said, I know maybe he wasn't good to others, but he was good to me.
Exactly.
She said that. So allow the person to grieve and to miss their loved one. Yeah? Okay. Also, police have made headway in another homicide. They've charged a 32-year-old. His name is Angus Popo of Ancien Miku with the murder of 28-year-old Nick Daniel of Lacouville, Miku. This happened earlier this month. And his body was found, they said, inside a concrete structure in Angers with apparent wounds to his face and back.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he was stabbed or if he was shot. The news didn't say. But they conducted a post-mortem on him, and he died from neurovascular shock secondary to traumatic brain injury. I don't understand that.
That hit on the head, probably.
Yes.
Or thrown in the gutter, whatever, in the cement, whatever.
Yeah, but they have a suspect in custody, so he appeared in court, and then he was remanded to the Border Lake Correctional Facility. All I could say for him is that I hope maybe they have the wrong man, but if he's the right one, your whole life has changed, my brother.
Yeah.
Your whole life has now changed.
You
You're going
do
to
the
be
crime,
at
you pay.
BCF for a while on remand in St. Lucia. Boy. So that's why, we must really think, because being free is a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. You don't have anybody coming and waking you up at a certain time. You have to get a kind of Lapo breakfast, things like that, Lapo lunch. I'm just
Andrew,
speculating.
when you think about it, the day when you're sick, the brain wants you to do something, but you're not well. And all of a sudden, I don't know for you, but your mind goes to people in prison. And you say, how can they tolerate this? How can they accept this? Why do they do what they do? Of course, there are people who haven't done anything, but you have been, the eyewitness says it's you. And no matter what you do, Nat, they're still going to take you down.
Yes.
So there are some people who are there innocent, unfortunately, but we're talking about those who've really done, dangerous things, what have you. But Andre, I still think, and I understand stealing, like a little piece of cheese or something. I always say, why do they put them in prison? Why can't they do what the other countries are doing and clean the streets for 3 months, whatever? You know what I mean? Why are you filling up the prisons? And I know stealing is wrong, but if it's a piece of cheese they stole from work or whatever, they're already fired. That's something that was done to them. They're already fired. That's already a mark on you, because when you're looking for another job, if the person is looking for reference, they're going to hear he stole
some cheese.
But are people incarcerated here for that? For stealing
some
cheese?
of them are. Even if they spend, I don't know, 2 nights, whatever the case is, but some of them do go in.
Well, I'm not sure.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, but I think if somebody does that, I don't know exactly what the law says about this sort of thing, but if you steal cheese, for example, I think you should be put in there for a couple of days. Yeah, I think so. Let you understand that stealing is wrong.
Two
wrong.
days more. But I'm saying also, instead of keeping you for longer, they could have you clean up the streets or whatever, because these areas do need help. It's not just the, what do you call it, town. What's it in town? What's the name of it in
city?
town? The city people that should be doing it. They
that's what you mean?
Yeah. They too should be doing it. Because you see it in other countries where those people, even the actors and actresses are told, instead of going to jail, they are told, to go and help here or go and help there, and they're monitored. So if you don't do it, you go to jail.
And depending on what they do, it could be 2 months, 3 months, a year, 2 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Of cleaning or whatever.
Cleaning,
Or giving back is the word,
Let's spare thought for all these family members who are hurting over these issues, and know that they're going for a rough time. Even if they're not directly involved in what took place there, but I'm sure they're going for a rough time. We don't have to actually experience that to understand what it is that these people are going through at this point in time. So, we wish them all the best.
Yeah.
Okay, and I want to stress again that the worst part of the crime, especially the victims, for the victim's family, they have to carry the burden of burying that person.
Yeah.
And right now, burying
and the
somebody,
stigma that goes with
it's expensive, right? It's expensive. Or you can just get some cheap thing, to bury your loved one, and most people don't want to do that.
$500, I think, is the lowest.
Yeah.
The box. I think.
And you know, depending on the quality of the material, the decay starts a lot quicker. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on the quality. Also, you have the should I say the destruction of the coffin that's inside there because of the quality. Yeah, man.
Because remember, they're putting you down and water is sipping through.
Exactly, and plus it's hot. It's hot
and
down
it's
there.
very
Boy,
hot.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I was watching something on YouTube, you know, and they show you what the process is over a period of time. The first month you're down there, the 6 months, a year after. Boy, that's why I believe we should think more moving forward of cremations. Yeah, we should think of that. Give it some serious thought, because to me that's the better option.
Not for me.
Why?
Not right now. Not for me.
Why is it better?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because of the whole process.
What's going to happen to the body
and all that kind of thing.
But
cremation is being burnt.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not only that, you completely gone. There is no head for you if they need to do a DNA or anything of you.
So,
you know what I mean?
So Natalie, you feel the burn.
Natalie, you're right. Natalie, I feel the same way you feel.
Let me hear Natalie's thinking.
Yeah, let's hear what Natalie has to say.
What you thinking, Natalie? What you thinking, Natalie? You feel it or something? Or you like Arthur Charles? Arthur Charles say he's only going to burn once. He only burn once. I hope you'll understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
He'll only burn once.
Yes.
So, yeah. So what's the
I
fear?
just feel like cremation is so like it's so final and it's so destructive. You know, to eviscerate your entire physical presence. You know, it's and if I had loved ones, I wouldn't want to do that to them.
Well, if they say that's
if
what
it's
they
their
want.
request,
You know.
and then they scatter the ashes.
Not everybody
far
is
away.
what you
I have Tony's ashes at my
But
home.
he didn't
you
ask
keep
to
them.
scatter, right?
Yeah.
He
Pardon?
didn't ask to.
Pardon?
He didn't ask
No,
to.
no, he
So you're
didn't.
holding.
So you
But
have
yeah,
them.
there are some people who do that.
But you know, again, part of what I was watching, they were saying, depending on things like, for example, whatever ailment you may have before you die, the deterioration is even faster. Yeah, if you have some ailment, maybe a cancer or something like that, deterioration is faster, right? They also spoke about how the body knows before you die, it knows this is the end. So the body starts to do certain things, right? Yeah, and for example, the body will protect you because you have your the system that protects you from bacteria, bacteria that's bad and this sort of thing. And when you die, the body now doesn't protect you anymore.
That's great.
So the bacteria and all that stuff now starts to attack you. It's like it's attacking you. Yeah.
So how does the body know you're going to die? What does
Yes,
that mean?
yes, it's amazing. And in fact, the scientists are saying that when you die, just before you die, the body releases endorphins. It's a surge of endorphins that you actually feel good. Yeah. So remember, you have the body now that's protecting itself, right? And when you don't have that protection anymore now, so all these bad things that are inside there, they just start attacking you. That's what it is. And you just start deteriorating. And to me, I don't think I want that. So I already made it clear already, although I suspect it may not stick to my wishes. Yeah, just like Tony. Yeah, man. I want to go. Yeah, cremate me, man. Have a day. Yeah, and hold my ashes. Yeah,
Okay.
keep them there. Yeah, keep them there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I put Tony's ashes in a place that I can see, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I passed. It's right there. I see it's in a beautiful urn.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. Yeah. So I want that for myself. Yeah. Don't bury me. Burn me. Yeah. I know Natalie.
Don't use the word burn. Use
No, I said
at least
just for Natalie. I said that.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about something kind of related to that. The Ministry of Health, and this is nothing new. It happens. In fact, no. It has happened in St. Lucia. I know that for a fact. Where people go to a hospital, they have some ailment, and the time comes now for them to be discharged, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're medically discharged. In other words, you're okay. No need for you to stay here anymore. And the relatives do not come to get their loved ones. Yeah, they leave them in the hospital. They do not show up. I know for a fact that this has happened in St. Lucia already. I don't know if it's happened in the recent past. I don't know. But it has happened already where the hospital actually made an announcement reminding people that you have your relatives here. Come and get them.
Yeah.
So I think for some people, maybe having that relative back home is a burden to them, and they don't want to deal with that burden. Yeah. And another thing is that for them, they know the person is going to be fed when they're when they're at the hospital. Yeah.
Looked after.
Yeah.
And fed. Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a case many years ago of a young lady who was at the Bodley Correctional Facility, and she had a baby there. And I remember St. Lucians were livid about that. How can you allow the lady to stay there and have a baby? And you know, somebody actually said that probably for that girl it's a lot better that way, because if you see she were to be out there hustling on her own and so on, it'd be a lot more trying for her. At least, you know, the baby is protected, the baby is there, the baby
they
gets...
provide the baby with what it
Exactly.
needs.
But when she's out there, she's on her own kind of thing. I remember that came up as a possible explanation. So so that's happening. So let me ask you all, why would we want to keep our loved ones in the hospital and not go get them? Yeah. And the same thing, by the way, in Jamaica, I know for sure the Jamaica government has spoken about that already. You have people who are in the prisons, right? And you don't have any family member visiting. And imagine there's a program on in Jamaica where every year certain organizations would go in there bearing gifts and so on for Christmas. And imagine that they actually make it a point to ensure they include those people who don't have any visitors. Wow. They're incarcerated and they have no visitors whatsoever. Yeah, so could be as a result of family members saying, you're a burden, you did something really dastardly, and we hate what you did, and we probably hate you too for what you do, and you bring shame on the family, and we're not going to see you. So let me ask you something. If your one family member did something really, really bad, really bad, would you abandon them? Would you not go check on them? They did something really, really, really bad, right? Really
I think you
bad.
asked that question already, Andre. I think it depends on, when you say family, you mean immediate family?
Yes, immediate family. Mother,
it's my immediate
father,
family. I will have to support.
Sister, brother.
Because it's my immediate family. But Andre, if it is just a cousin or whatever, and it's something, I'm not talking about a little piece of cheese or a little break into, I mean, you break into the person's house, that's bad. You know,
that's bad. Yeah.
We'll support. Are we talking about killing, stabbing? I mean, that's a serious thing. I got to think about that.
Especially maybe children. Yeah?
Raping, all of the above.
Raping, all those things. You know, do you abandon? Do you not go check on them? You have a son who's done something like that. Do you just turn your back and walk away? You don't go check on them?
And Andrew, there's one thing too. You're going to visit, as in visit eye to eye, or are you saying that they totally ignore, forgotten? That means you're not bringing any supplies, whatever.
Nothing.
Because supplies could still be given. But if you do something like this, I'm not doing the face-to-face. No way.
You won't do the face-to-face? What about you?
But my immediate family, I'll try.
Yeah.
It's my immediate family.
Okay.
Know? But let's hope that never happens.
Yeah. I think it depends on how you, I think you can go according to how you feel. I think these are nuanced questions, you know, and it's a nuanced concept, because sometimes the brain can't even fathom how someone could do such a thing, and now this person is immediately related to you. It does something to you, you know. And even basic behavior, you know, there are some people that you know in your family, maybe your friends, who behave in certain ways that you find, you know, how could that person do this thing or behave that way, and it creates distance just naturally. You know, so how does one negotiate something like that when it comes to breaking the law? You know, it's a difficult thing. It doesn't mean you're a bad person, and I think you can take the time to think about that. And I think any reasonable person, even if you are the
victim?
No, the person who committed the crime.
Oh, okay.
I think if you're fairly reasonable, you can understand that even your family member might need some time to adjust, to appreciate what's going on here. They may have thought of you as a fantastic human being. That's why I brought up, was it, which one? One of the serial killers whose wife and daughter were in the prison with him, and all of them were smiling. And my thought was, what did this lady say to herself to be able to visit him, you know, and take this photograph? Maybe that's my husband. I made a vow, that's all. Or she may have had to go to therapy to understand, I must forgive him. And so what is the process that we go through to come to a place of, I may not be able to do a face-to-face, but I'll send you supplies, no problem. Or you're my brother, you're my sister, you're my mother. I'll always be there for you and find a way to make it work. I don't even know if there is a right answer to any of that.
Okay.
I think it depends.
The Minister for Health in Jamaica gave some numbers. Let me just read them. He said among the public hospitals in Jamaica, Cornwall Regional has the highest number, 65. These are people who are in the hospital.
Unclaimed people.
Unclaimed. They
That's a
call them social cases. That's what they call them, social cases. So you have 65 in that hospital. There's another one, the Savannah Lamar General Hospital, 26 social cases. Spanish Town Hospital, 21 social cases. And Maypen and Kingston Public Hospitals, 19 and 18 social cases, respectively.
Wow.
So these are high numbers, 65 in one
65 is
hospital. That's
very
a lot.
high, actually.
So can you imagine, you have people
That's
in the
beds with?
accident and emergency department,
Yeah.
they need a bed, and
Exactly.
there's so many people there.
And then
My
they're
gosh.
always short of pillows as well. Well, I don't know for Jamaica. I'm talking about St.
St.
Lucia.
Lucia.
I remember when my mom went in, I had to go and buy her a pillow. She left. You don't take it back home. You leave it. But I bought 2 pillows and brought it up. There were no pillows. They
Wow.
said there was no laundry. You know.
How long ago was that?
Oh, it was before my brother passed away. Yeah.
How many years?
This month made it 7 for him.
Okay, so about 7 years ago.
It was before that.
Well,
Yeah, it was before that.
I hope that things have improved as far as pillows are concerned. I hope
Yeah,
so.
It was before
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah. They had
Okay.
problems with the sheets
Yeah.
as well.
Now, there are a number of things that are happening in this world that's making this world a very, very dangerous place, you know. In fact, it's more dangerous. More dangerous. And I noticed that since this administration in the U.S. has come around, these countries, like, to me, the world is almost like on the brink of a third world war or something. The way
Sometimes
people are
I feel
behaving.
that way, yeah.
Yeah, almost on the brink of a third world war. And I'll tell you a few things. Now, you know, the U.S. has been targeting these boats in the Caribbean and the Pacific and so on. And I think so far, the statistics that we have is that they've killed, I think, over, I don't want to give the wrong figures, but I think somewhere either less than 200 or close to 200 or over 200 people. They're just firing at these boats and so on, assuming that you're a drug dealer. All right? And you're not given any, just like shoot first and ask questions after. They don't care. They don't care, right? So listen to this. So we're all aware of what's been happening with the Trump administration and this whole policy of targeting civilians, as a matter of fact. Now, those people who are critics of what's going on, they've said there already, right, that civilian casualties, okay, are illegal. It is illegal for you to do that. You don't just go and target civilians, okay? You have to give people a fair trial, right? If you suspect something, but the way this administration is behaving, shoot first, ask questions later. Now, they want to take things to another level now. You know what they want to do? They want to now come into your country with what they call boots on the ground to come after these people that they call the narco-terrorists and this sort of thing. That's the next phase. This guy, Pete Hegseth, right? He's the one, of course, I imagine, you know, the face of the American hegemony and American dominance. They want to dominate. They say it openly, you know.
Yeah.
They say this, they use these words openly. And this guy, Hegseth, he seemed to be a guy who takes a pleasure in being bad, like a bad dude. He takes a pleasure in that.
And even the way he speaks.
Yes.
I was listening to him last night.
Yeah, listen to what he's saying. He was in a country there, I think in Panama. Listen to his language. Like you saw with the strikes on the drug boats, same effect on land. Right? We're working with partners to bring the fight to the designated terrorist organizations on land. So that's the next phase of the operation. Now, you know, there's some countries in the Caribbean that are cooperating with the U.S. So, you know, Trinidad is one of them for sure. So that may happen there. We don't know whether what the laws say, whether we, like if it's in St. Lucia, they want to get to some organization here, if we have a choice in the matter, if we can say, no, you can't do that, or we just give in and say, yeah, go, come, you know, do your thing. But the danger, that's what they're saying, the danger is that you have people who are civilians and they're going to be killed. And once you kill a civilian, you're talking about something that is unlawful.
Yeah.
And they don't care. This Trump administration, they do not care how you feel about it. That's it. I heard President Trump there last night talking about there's one of the Middle Eastern countries there, Oman, right? He said if they get in the way of the deal with Iran, we'll just bomb them. That's how he speaks.
Yeah.
We just bomb them.
Yeah.
We just bomb. That's how he speaks. And these guys seem to take some kind of pride in speaking like that. They don't have, They don't have any shame. As I say, we live in a very, very dangerous place. They went into Yemen and they killed so far. And listen, the Pentagon, they have all their numbers, you know. They've killed 150 innocent civilians. This is what's coming from the Pentagon.
Wow.
That's their government arm, whatever it is that they're doing, right? 150 civilians killed, right? 240 people injured. They're aware of what they're doing there. They know what they're doing is wrong. But they say, hey, you know, we're going after the bad boys, and they feel no way about it. Then you have Russia now. Russia is complaining and saying to Britain, hear that, listen to the language, that Britain will face consequences for supplying drones to Ukraine. Yeah, they're going to pay consequence. This is Russia, you know. I don't know, little papi show country talking there. And that's Britain. And Britain now, instead of trying to temper things down, right, hear what they're saying. London's actions, sorry, let me get it there. That's the Defense Ministry in Britain. Hear that. So in other words, they instead of saying, okay, let's talk about this thing, let's not get angry, listen to the language. Britain stands shoulder to shoulder with Ukraine, and we are committed to providing the equipment Ukraine needs to defend itself against Putin's illegal invasion. So there's no tempering, let's chill, take it easy kind of thing. No. So we live in a very dangerous time. So I do not know what Russia is talking about when they say that there will be consequences. Let me quote you there from the Russian embassy. London's actions will inevitably carry consequences for which it will have no answer. Wow. Right? They say the deeper involvement in the conflict and the greater its support for Kiev's terrorist machinery, the higher the price it will pay. You heard that? That's Russia talking there, saying Britain will pay a higher price. As to how they're going to pay, I don't know. What do you guys make of something like that? What do you think? What do you think the price is? I mean, because to me, if these two behemoths go at it, you're talking about war, serious war breaking out there.
What we can hope is that it's meant to intimidate only, and not necessarily, you know, like, my gun is bigger than your gun, so just sit down, you know, kind of a thing, which America does a lot as well. And most of the time it works. So we can hope that Russia knows how they come to play and people won't intrude further.
You think what they call saber rattling?
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Well, let's hope so. Let's hope so. So when Trump says we just bomb them, you think that's just talk?
No. I think his cabinet might advise him that that's there are levels to it. But I think he's very serious when he says these things.
But Russia's not serious.
Well, I mean, I think all these huge countries, they know how to play these games. You have to, I mean.
Well, I just look at it as part of what you said. If you're ready, we're ready. Simple.
Yes. Let's hope it doesn't get there. I'm telling you what we're coming to do. So you can sit down or you can come. But
but we'll be ready.
We'll be ready, yes, exactly.
So did you all hear what happened, I think earlier this month when Donald Trump was in Ankara, right? That's in Turkey. He went to some NATO summit that they had there. And while he was there, apparently he got wind. There was credible evidence that the Iranians were going to try to assassinate him. They said that they had intelligence that some person with a sort of like a bazooka was around somewhere, and the person would fire this thing at Trump when he was about to enter his aircraft and to assassinate him. Now, I don't believe it. I'm just saying that's me. I don't believe that Iran would be foolish to try something like that. But for whatever reason, whoever is around him is ramping up this thing, and apparently they took it very seriously. So, Mr. Man gave the impression that he was going to go into the aircraft. And when he got into the aircraft, he made an exit into a lorry at the back of the aircraft, which took him away. Now, all that was filmed, but people didn't even know what was going on. They just saw the lorry moving. He was the only one in the lorry, right? There were journalists inside the aircraft at the time there, as well as his Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, was inside there. He left these guys in the aircraft, and he was spirited away to safety, and he left everybody in there. So if an Iranian really had a bazooka and they had fired that thing at the aircraft, all those people probably would have died. Now you tell me, what do you think of something like that? If somebody, the others on the aircraft did not know about the plan or the alleged plan, the guy said, I don't believe it. I don't think Iran would be stupid enough to try something like that. As me, I say, I don't believe it. I could be wrong, right? So how would you feel if you were working for this guy, right? And this guy left you in the aircraft there, knowing that somebody may be targeting the aircraft, and left you on the aircraft and went about his business to safety, but he left you there, didn't say a thing to you. And you're working for this guy.
AP, you have to remember, they're conditioned differently than you or I am.
Explain that.
I pledge allegiance to the flag. You know, that's taught from the time they're in grade school. So that's a very real thing for them. And dying for the leader and putting themselves in situations, whoever is on the plane, apart from the journalists maybe, or even them, maybe they have to understand, hey, you are in the presence of, you know, these people who are always potentially under physical attack. And you know, and you may have to sign however many releases that prove you don't have to come back and sue and, you know, ask for damages. So these people are very different than you or I, Andre. You know, you ask how would I feel. It's like Charles Manson, when they brought down the family, the Charles Manson family, his followers, the clan that he had built, were completely under his spell, even months during the trial.
Yes, that's true.
I mean, the girls were crawling from the courthouse back. You know, I mean, they had exercise. So they have an understanding of where they are and what they're doing.
So let me give it to you in another way. Okay, so we had REV-UP, and a certain country doesn't like what I say. They don't like what I say here on REV-UP, for example. And I got wind to that particular country wanting to take me out, right? Somebody said, Andrew, listen, if you don't move there, they're going to take you out. And you in the office, Lady J is on the air, right? And I move out. I leave you there. I don't say a word to you. How would you see me? How would you view me?
But if you don't know, how would we know?
That's what I'm saying. I know.
But
I know.
we don't know.
But you don't know. Exactly. I leave you here. And there's a possibility this place may be targeted.
Well, I don't know, but
so
I would look at it two ways.
How would you feel? How would you feel about me?
I would look at it two ways. Andre knew, so he took himself out, and there's a possibility that the people know he's going to escape. I'm going to look at it on a positive side. Okay? But Andre, just like Nat says, if you are working in the police force, you know what could happen to you. Your life could be, we don't know if, like when my dad worked in the police force, I never knew if he was going to come back home. My mom was the same way, Andre, with him. So I'm not going to look at it as you being a terrible person or a coward.
I'm a coward.
No,
yeah,
not. Right. It depends, Andre.
So, yeah.
I wouldn't.
So we're not talking about the police. We're talking about Andre Paul.
I'm telling you
Andre Paul.
No, but you asked me how I would feel.
And I know that this place is targeted. I know it, right? I got wind that this place is targeted. And I leave you guys there, and I go to safety. I leave you all there.
Well, I mean, if you know it's targeted and it's not targeted at you, then you are the coward. But if you know it's targeted at you and you've left, I would look at it in a positive way. He's leaving the area to save us. That's how I would look at it.
Really?
Yeah, because if you
remember, they didn't see him leaving, right? He was whisked away at the back in a lorry to ensure that they don't see him leaving. So let's assume I do the same thing. I go at the back there somewhere. I'm just saying that for example, okay? And you guys have no idea. I'm whisked away to safety, and I leave you. I say nothing to you. I say, guys, come, let's go. There's a threat here against REV-UP. I leave you there. Yeah. What do you think of me?
Andre, that's a question you're asking. Hypothetically, you're asking that.
Hypothetically?
That's not going to happen. Yeah. But Andre, I don't know, because the reason why you work for somebody is to trust. You know what I mean? So I would have to understand the logic behind all of this before I can actually say Andre is a real coward. He left us behind. You know what I mean? all of that would have to go through my
you're
mind.
really nice people.
No,
Really
no,
nice
it's not
people.
even that. It's that we're looking at it from the perspective of an American.
No. From perspective of St. Lucian,
But you,
I asked you the question.
you're
Because whether you're
making
American
yourself-
or Lucian, you're a human being. Human beings
I'm
have
looking
feelings.
at it as a St. Lucian.
have
That's why I brought
feelings,
my dad
right?
in as a
and,
cop. St.
And,
Lucian.
and listen, the journalists, they're part of that as well.
Yeah,
They're brought up to think that way as a journalist. Suppose there's a foreign journalist there, which I'm sure there was, a foreign journalist who wasn't brought up that way in that kind of, as you are trying to explain,
What?
right? Die for the flag and this kind of thing, right?
If you're going around a president like
most
him,
powerful person in the
watch
world.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere around him. I don't care. I'm sorry, no. I think I trusted people like Obama, Bush, and more because his presence alone is frightening. I mean, look at what he says. He got a bullet in the air. A bullet in the air. Well, that sharpshooter was really good to graze that
So
head.
you think that's a...
I feel,
that's a setup?
yeah,
You think
man.
it's a setup?
That sharpshooter grazed the air. Well, he was not a sharpshooter. What was he? You understand what I'm saying, Andre?
Yeah,
I don't want to be
yeah,
anywhere around
yeah.
him. Nowhere. I wouldn't.
But you see, Lady J, you're making the point. Some people would love to be around
him.
Yes.
That's the point. If
So
you're
they
saying
would die with him.
Oh yeah,
That's fine.
It doesn't matter what.
Maybe there's free food on the aircraft.
Free something.
Maybe there's free food. Hey.
Because their ratings go up. The reporters' ratings
And you
go up.
don't know what
And that's what they're going
under the
after.
table deal is.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any special arrangement with anybody here. That's what makes the analogy maybe a bit unfair.
Well, and maybe it's because I wasn't brought up in that kind of thinking that you spoke about earlier. I could never do something like that. I can tell you that. Never.
I think people should also
Never.
know who they're working for, too.
Yeah, I could
As
never do
much as
something
you
like
can
that.
find a background, I mean, there's things that you may never find out, but if you're going to work for an organization, etc., you should know. Because when the police pop in, you and everybody else going.
And I'm
Innocent or not.
I'm sure, Lady J, the little that you know of me, you as well, right? I'm sure the little that you know of me, you would never expect me to do something like that.
No,
I'm
you'll
sure
be
of that.
calling us.
Exactly.
Dig the hole if we're
Yeah.
going down, all of us going down.
So you have a very good point when you said they ought to realize that being around this guy is not a wise thing.
No.
Yeah. All right.
And some
okay.
people, it takes a long time for them to understand who they're around.
Mhm.
Sometimes you have a false impression of somebody until
Yeah.
they leave you on the plane by yourself to die.
But now they know.
Now you
It
know.
would be interesting to even speak to one reporter as to, well, if they're sworn to secrecy, we'll never know. But it would maybe our children might find out, whatever. But it would be interesting, Andre, for us to know, were you aware and you just had to pretend, or you were not aware at all?
Right. And what
So,
is your
yeah.
reaction?
Not
Yes.
just to understand how people can want to sell their soul for this guy. I don't understand it. You know, some news just came out this morning. Remember last time we were talking about how he was found guilty of sexual assault,
Several times.
right? And they were keeping it quiet as to what the assault was. Well, today it actually came out because he appealed. He for the second time he tried to get the Supreme Court to squash this thing. They tell him move from there. Okay, that's the second time because once the Supreme Court, the U.S. Supreme Court says that's it. Right? He still didn't want to accept that. He tried again, and the court told him go back with that. And this time they gave more details. Okay, as to what he did, the lady, right inside that department store. It's shameful.
He touched.
Yes.
That's what. Yeah.
Yeah,
We know that.
Yeah.
He touched
He used
her
his
up,
fingers.
yeah.
That's what the report said.
Yeah.
Right. It's out there. And tell me, you cool with having
nothing
this?
surprises me anymore from the time I heard from 2016 when the leaked audio came out. Grab them
We
by
grabbed
the
them
P.
by the. That's what I was
Grab them
thinking
by
of.
the P.
Yes.
That painted the entire picture for me.
Yeah.
I knew exactly
Cross.
who he was. I had no more questions, and so nothing surprises me about
Yeah.
him. Nothing.
Same here.
But maybe it's a kind of cult thing. Maybe as you were saying earlier.
Yeah.
That you used Charles Manson as an example. You remember David Koresh. These fellas, they're very charming and so on. There's something about them
They're
that's
orators.
yes. So people just love them
Gravitate,
for whatever.
yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
die for
Gravitate
you.
to
I'll
them.
die for you.
Yes. And it brings up the question of what it is that people are lacking in themselves that cause them to gravitate to human beings like that.
Like that.
Because there are a lot of cults and a lot of cult leaders who create very hazardous, toxic environments for their followers. Sometimes they're murders, mass murders, and yet they're successful. So the question is why?
You know, he's suing his own government, the IRS. He's suing his own government for $10 billion. And you tell him you're still cool with this guy? He just sued the BBC there, I think earlier this year, for another $10 billion. Now, that case, I think I can understand where he's coming from, because it seems as though when the BBC was doing some reporting, it made it seem as though he was kind of inciting violence. Now, I that one, I will support him on that one for sure, because that's not right if that's what the BBC did. I'm saying because it's in court, right? Okay,
just a line. He's right. There was just one line that would tell.
Yes.
Would put them in that scenario that they were actually saying he wanted violence. Yeah. I read it and I was like, ooh, I can see where
he's coming from, right? So I understand where he's coming from. But again, that's before the courts. Nonetheless, you're suing your own government for $10 billion.
It's all about money for him, Andre. You should know.
And you're telling me people, all those, his entourage, they can't see that? They can't see where this guy's coming from?
Sometimes it's not even about not seeing, it's about what the consequence will be to oppose him.
Well, you quit. There are lots of people in this cabinet that quit already in the whole administration. They've quit. I follow these stories. Yeah. They left. They say they can't deal with this thing.
And we can also see it because he hardly have any of his family members there.
That's another thing.
They want to be. You. That alone told me, hey, if your own family, you had them in there the first term. If your own family don't want to be a part of it, it's because you are destructive.
There's a guy there who was, I think, the national security advisor. Okay, I forgot his name. This guy told them that Iran is not planning to build any nuclear weapon. Right? They ignored that completely. The advice of the people that they pay a salary to give them advice on those things. The guy said, no, there's nothing. Iran is not doing what you're saying that they're doing. The guy had to quit. He had to quit. He just ignored the advice.
Yeah.
My gosh, man.
But Andrew, as you're talking about the U.S., if we over with Trump.
Yeah.
You heard about both the settlement possibility.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Right. Well, the jurors, of course, so we don't know if that will come through. But the jurors awarded Mrs. Zha as because of what happened.
And that's from a reliable source?
It's in the news, Andre. Almost $100 million. The exact figure is 98.65.
Wow. So where's that?
And it's in the news. Pull it up.
I know, but is that in the news online or something?
No. Get it in the U.S.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And so approximately U.S. $38.6 million in compensatory damages, and about U.S. $60 million in punitive damages.
Wow.
Bringing the total to $98.65 million. But Andre, remember, it's a jury verdict. So people are already saying, oh, they're rich. No, it's a jury verdict.
Somebody said they're rich already?
Yeah, people are, saying Lucian's already. I was just, when I got it, I went to make sure. And then, because I'm not going to take that, I went to make sure.
So it's a jury verdict, but what are you saying? That what? They may not...
It's a jury verdict, so who knows if it will
I wonder who has to make that payment. Is it the state that's making the payment? Is it the police, the police force?
Who are they suing?
Yeah, I wonder who's supposed to be paying that.
No, remember for because of the police killing him, right? And remember, he was at his apartment. So that, of course, is... So what this is saying is it's basically telling people to be very careful where they go saying that the money is going to the family. Because, let me read it. Well, first of all, the Zha family's legal team described the verdict as a powerful recognition of Botham's life and the injustice surrounding his death.
Definitely.
For sure. But it's also saying that we have to be very careful how we interpret that because it's the jury. Yeah?
Yeah, so I don't understand. Why would we have to be careful?
This is a jury verdict, not a guarantee that the Zha family will actually collect the entire US 98.
Oh, maybe the judge sometimes in these cases the judge has to actually uphold the jury verdict or decline it. Maybe that's
so we have to wait. We have to wait to see.
Well, I'm confused.
No, that's how it is,
all right, okay, so I'll follow up on that story.
We have to follow up for sure.
I'm going to follow for sure. Hey, wow, that's a big one.
But Andre, even if it's half, I mean, I'm not saying they could bring both of them back, but the family needs something. They need compensation.
I mean, of course, because you lost
how could you do something like that? You're a policewoman. How could you?
I almost felt like there was more to that story, though.
There must
just
be.
So bizarre.
Yeah.
You're walking into someone's apartment.
And you're saying it was dark, so you couldn't tell.
You don't know it's not your apartment.
Yeah.
And they showed her apartment and his apartment and the mats.
Yes.
He has a mat, she doesn't. All of that. But
That was
according
just-
to
that
them,
was just-
she was tired.
That was just a tragic incident,
yeah,
man.
so sad.
And that could happen to almost anybody, meaning the victim I'm talking about, both of them.
Yeah.
It could have been me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you think about it, she's thinking that that's what she says. That's her apartment, and she goes in there and she sees this
and a black
this
man.
black
How about
man,
that?
Yeah, this black guy.
That's
there.
what they're looking at.
And you
Come
know,
on.
the first thing is that he's violent, you know, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And you start asking questions. You just fire at the guy. No, they found her guilty for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
She's
Andre,
guilty.
a little 10 years. Let's look at that.
Well,
She's probably going to do 7.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
true. With good behavior.
And
especially.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say it here loud. What I did not like, he did it. What I did not like is his brother coming out and saying he forgive her. Whatever religion he accepts and so on, Andre, I totally disagreed with that. You know, when I was watching it, I was so angry. I just troops and didn't watch the rest.
I was annoyed too.
I was in so much shock. It's your brother. I don't care about forgiveness for you. Give me some time. And that's about 20 years, mind you.
Well, Lady J, all due respects, I understand how you feel, but that's him, you know. He said that he's
that's
whatever
what the mother said in
his
the end.
experience is in his life, that he's able to forgive her at that point in time.
Too early.
Yeah, I remember there was a case where a guy in the U.S. There was this mob that attacked the guy. I mean, they kicked him. He was a mess, a complete mess. All his face was messed up and so on. And when the guy died, and they were in the courtroom, and everybody was saying, you know, let him burn, let him this and that and the other. Then the victim's father, right, when he was giving the impact statement, he said, you know, Mr. So-and-so, everybody has been on your case today. I'm not forgiving you and so on and whatever. But you know something? I forgive you. You know what happened at that point there? The guy, all the while, the people were saying those mean things. He was really stoic. He was just there. He's not moved at all. Well, the minute the guy said to him, I forgive you, the guy broke down clean. He just broke down. He started sobbing because somebody actually forgiven him for what he had done. So forgiveness is not an easy thing. So I understand what you're saying, but it's not an easy thing at all.
It's not, Andre.
It's not easy at all. For some
Especially
people,
when there's a lot of love and affection in a family.
Yeah.
Especially when a family is close. I mean, you're killing me inside. Really. How am I supposed to help myself tomorrow? How do I do that?
Yeah.
You know, Andre?
Yeah,
it's another death again. Seriously.
Yeah. But that's how he chooses to handle it.
Yeah.
You know, that's his choice.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So I shall be following that case.
Yeah,
wow,
we need to.
very, very closely.
I want to follow it too.
Well, to be honest with you, I really hope they get the $97.8 million. To
hope
be
so
honest with
too,
you, because I mean
It's
that's
worth-
the loss of their beloved son. I'm sure if they had to make if they had a choice, if God were to say to them right now, would you prefer to get the $97 million or your son back? They say,
I
give
want
my son back.
son back any day.
know
He
what
was
I'm
an accountant doing really good for himself. The guy had dreams, and bam, you come and shoot him, and your dreams is still there. She can come on, and even if the police force will not take her back, some security place might take her back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She'll get a job.
She'll be fine.
Get a job. She'll be able to get a job. I mean that.
Okay, let's get into the shout-outs.
All right, let's check out Facebook, Andre. We have Sharon Peter being on top today as well.
Hey, Sharon.
Happy Tuesday, REV-UP family. She's calling out Tony.
Happy Tuesday to you, Sharon. Happy Tuesday to you.
Good morning, beautiful people. Much love. That's all from Sharon Peter.
Mm-hmm.
Irene is watching. She says, good morning from Connecticut. She's moving, Andre.
All right, Irene.
Blessed Tuesday to all, Lady J, Andre, and Natalie. She sends 3 hearts and 3 kisses.
Okay, Irene, all the best to you. Looking forward to having you back in your home country. Yes, looking forward to
Chichup
that.
says, hello, guys, and she sends 1 heart.
Good
Chichup,
morning,
who's that heart for? I
Chichup.
guess Andre.
How you mean?
Andre, she's
How you
so in
mean?
love with Andre.
What about the ladies? Love upon the ladies
She
too.
loves Andre.
And she's made the right choice, actually.
Wow.
Speak. Madeline
That's how
Alexander
you
is
really
watching.
feel.
Edward Tom said, bless, good morning, REV-UP family, listening. Edward Tom, I'm not sure.
All right, Edward.
Catherine McVie says, good morning, REV-UP team, blessings always.
Morning, Catherine. Hope all
Catherine
is
not
well.
mentioning names again. She called in the REV-UP team. All right, Catherine. Lucita Japierre says, good morning, Andre and lovely lady Jay and Natalie. Terrific Tuesday to all. Be safe.
Morning, Lucita.
She
Sakafet
sends
la.
3 prayers and flowers. Yes, and hearts.
Thank you, Lucita.
Thank you, Lucita.
You know she calls what's on your mind?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she calls.
she does. Pius Snappy says, good morning to all.
Morning,
3
Pius.
prayers. Thank you, Pius. Madeline says, good morning, lovely souls. Have a terrific, blessed Tuesday,
Morning,
everyone.
Madeline. Morning to you.
Thank you for the hearts. She sent pink hearts.
Oh.
And pink and 3 kisses. Thank you. Lucita says, good morning, everyone on live and radio garden. Cheveling. Shout out to Becky and Sister Mora. Ogis, enjoy the show.
Is that
Okay.
Becky, your mom?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Ogis. They said Ogis.
Ogis, no.
it's not.
Okay.
Sills Rubs or Fix Your. Awesome day to you, Andre, Lady J, and guests to you all.
Her
Blessings
name
always.
is Natalie.
She wants to, I've said that every day, Andre.
Really?
She's still putting guests. She will get it eventually.
No. The
Yeah.
young lady is the co-host.
I said it
Yeah,
every single
co-host.
day.
Mhm.
So, Madeline says, I agree with you, Andre, and I said the same. We don't know her side of the story. Lady J, they were outside having drinks. Oh, I see.
Oh, okay.
So the 2 of them were outside,
Outside,
having drinks
yeah,
when he
okay.
came.
Okay.
There's an old saying, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Yeah, I believe that 1,000%.
Yeah. Sometimes
Okay.
it looks a particular, but it wasn't a smart thing to do. I agree with you, Lady J. That wasn't smart. Right? You know you have a boyfriend. What's that again?
I don't care if it's just a friend. It's late.
Yes, I agree.
We'll talk tomorrow. That's it. You know, if you don't have a boyfriend and the guy likes you,
Right.
that's
That's
different.
different. Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
But if it is a known fact, because you accept things from him, you're driving his car, it's known that he is your partner that time, and it looks dark. I don't know if it's 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, because from 7 o'clock it's dark, Andre.
Yeah.
But still.
I agree. Lady J, I agree with you on that one. 1,000%.
But Andre, as to whether I would get on the way he got.
Now, that's the thing.
But I guess it's better to get on
That's
than
the
to
thing.
use your hands and assault. So let's say he was better.
But as a female, isn't that a turn off when a guy behaves like that?
Oh, yeah.
That's a turn off. Hey, guy behaving that way.
Well, Andre, look
That would
at
turn
it
me
2
off
ways.
if a lady do that.
Because you
That
could
turn
see
me
he
off.
really loves you. And if you're that kind of person, you can say, okay, he really loves me. Let me see what I can do. You know, there's some people that look at it like that. But I would think that he's too emotional. That's how I would think. So he's too weak. That's how I see it. Too weak.
And I'm sure
I need strength for a man.
Just like you lost your voice, I think he must have lost his voice that night.
I'm sure.
I'm sure because you're screaming at the top of
You know, I
it.
still haven't watched it. I should watch it.
Yeah, man.
And see.
Yeah.
I'm sure he did.
I haven't
Yes.
watched it yet.
Okay. Madeline says, okay, she's having a conversation there. Kenton Harry says, Matthew 25, verse 35.
Clinton, all is there, boy, with some scripture. What he said.
For I was hungry, and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty, and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger, and you invited me in. 361, is that? Or 36I?
Probably.
36 probably. Yeah, maybe 36. He has it together. I needed clothes, and you clothed me.
That's it?
No, there's more. I needed clothes. I had to open it up because remember,
I think
long.
where he's heading is that it does say in prison and you visited me. It does say that.
That's what he's saying. That's what I thought it was.
Yeah.
That
And-
area
and-
he's talking about.
And the lesson from that is that the followers of Christ will say, but when were you in prison and we visited you? You're not in prison. And Christ will say, the same way you did it to the least of your brothers, you did it unto me. Yeah. So we have to, that's right.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Lucita says to you,
What did she say? What did
Andre.
she say?
Andre Paul, I'm going to read it as I see it. Andre Paul,
Yes, Lucita.
Trump will make you go mad before his term ends.
I'm telling you, I
Endless
was thinking
laughter.
that. Yeah, you have to put him in a way.
No. We can't ignore what's going on there.
Not ignore,
Yeah.
mind you.
Yeah.
Just put him away.
No,
He
we can't
be
put
in
it
the
away.
forefront of your mind like that.
Well, it's not at the forefront of my mind. It's just that I hate wickedness.
Yeah.
I don't like it. And I see this guy as a wicked individual.
Unnecessary
Yeah.
wickedness.
Anybody that can mess around with children doesn't bother them. No. No. You separating children from their parents, and that's a policy of yours. Then you're providing weapons, right, to a certain country to go on, and you know that country killing little children, babies, and so on. No way. I can't leave Missy alone. No way. So, and I really hope, when you see his term has ended, I know we're not going to see his back because he's still going to be in the
still gonna
news.
be there, yeah.
He's going to be in the news for all kinds of reasons. You understand? But he won't wield the kind of power that he has right now. It's really, I think that guy should have never been president of the U.S. That's my opinion.
I'm
Should
with
have
you on
never
that.
been.
I'm with you on that
He's
one.
not leadership material. He's not.
No.
He knows nothing about leadership.
No.
He's just a businessman, that's all. And by the way, he's not a great businessman
No, either.
because
Only-
7 times he filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
7 times. So he ain't that great. Yeah. And when you say what I
Don't
say
say
here,
he died
I'm giving
great.
the
The man's
facts,
still alive.
right? When I say what I'm saying there, I give
He's still alive,
facts.
Andre.
Yeah, of course.
He said he didn't die great.
So what?
He had died great.
No, he said he ain't that great.
Yeah, he ain't that great. Yeah,
Okay.
Ain't that
yeah.
great.
As a businessman,
yeah.
as a businessman, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Lucy Pierre says Trump is a mystery. Trump is a mystery man. His press secretary resigned.
No, she just quit. She figured she's moving on to other things. Not because of anything like maybe she's upset with the guy. No, she just moved on. That's all. Or maybe
Why are you putting in a word for her?
because she's one of that sold her soul for Trump as well.
Exactly. So don't put in
Yeah.
a word.
No, I don't think. I don't
She
think
probably
so.
realized what it was all about. She wasn't looking in the right direction. She's just found out exactly who he is, and that's why she's left. Because she was quite an intelligent person. I was wondering why she was so into him. So I'm happy. No, seriously, very intelligent. I'm woman.
Young lady. Yeah.
Well, maybe there's nothing to spin anymore. Maybe she can't spin anymore. Yeah. Because, that's part of the job of the press secretary, to spin. So she probably can't spin anymore. Yeah.
Timothy Arthur says, it's not President Trump. It's the Secret Services protocol, he's correct to that, to remove the president from any potential danger regardless of his feeling towards his staff and colleagues.
So what does the law say that? I
Well, they
wouldn't know.
normally pull you away.
I don't say no, but what does the law say that that they can leave the innocent parties there to get killed? It doesn't
Yes.
say that. It will never say that.
The president is the priority.
I agree. He is the priority. We can't get away from that. So what happens? So everybody else now just dies and that's it?
Whatever, yeah.
Well, we'll have to read about that part.
Exactly.
Because I know he's the priority, Andre.
Like
I don't know
under
about
White
the
House,
rest.
the escape routes, if there's an alien invasion or any bomb there, it's for the president. It's not
First,
for anybody else.
first, and then after. yeah.
Everybody else after.
Kenton Harry says, okay, no. Anneli Grums
Anneli?
says, good morning, Andre, Natalie, and Lady J. Tuesday blessings to you and also to the Harddrive.
All right,
Posse.
Anneli, you said Anneli, right? Or Anneli? But we're not
Anneli.
sure.
Anneli.
Maybe Anneli or Anneli, you must let us know exactly how you want your name pronounced.
Yes, voice note us on our WhatsApp platform.
Mm-hmm.
Stefan Hippolyte says, it's solely Amber Geiger that's responsible, named in the lawsuit. The city and police department wasn't named.
Okay.
Okay.
So
it's her family.
So it's the state now who has to make that award.
No,
Yeah.
well, she said it's not the state.
He, the person, is a he.
It's a he.
Oh,
He
wait,
said-
Stefan.
Now, what did he say? What did he say?
It's solely Amber Geigers that's responsible. I didn't know
In other
that.
words, like
She was-
Amber
it's a
Geiger
civil
is the one
suit
responsible
against
for
Amber
making
Geiger.
the payment. Oh.
They will
how
never
that
get that.
happened?
Okay.
They will never get it.
Oh, maybe so.
Stefan
Maybe so.
Hippolyte.
And if that be the case, boy, I don't think they'll ever get that, huh?
They'll not get it.
No.
How they getting that?
How?
No, but Amber Geiger works for the state.
No, she was fired. How you could keep her there?
No, I'm saying she worked for the
She
state at
worked,
the time of the
yes.
incident. So it
Well,
can't
no,
be.
they wouldn't name her in the suit. They would name the state of wherever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would name the state.
Texas or wherever it was.
Yeah.
We need to
It
follow.
says she was
Yeah.
off duty. He says, or Stefan, if it's female or male, she was off duty as well, which is why the city/department was taken off the original suit.
She was off duty. But,
She had just come from work, remember?
yeah, but she's still an officer.
Exactly.
No. They can't be responsible for her behavior off duty.
Huh?
You can either sue the family in the civil. That's a civil suit, right? Okay, so you sue the family, or you sue the city, or the city. You would sue the city, meaning if somebody is wrongful, like a wrongful death suit, someone is at fault for somebody didn't do something they were supposed to do, and now this person is dead. So the city now has to claim responsibility.
I'm going to follow up
So
on that.
Nisa now is
really follow up on that.
chiming in on this and says, this is a civil suit against Amber Geiger, and she is the one being ordered to pay. Since she cannot pay, this action aims to force the city to cover that payment.
Okay.
That's another.
So
okay.
now we see what happens.
Okay, Shichab wanted to comment, but nothing came out. So, hello, Shichab, your area is in darkness. Timothy Arthur says, pardon my manners. Good morning, all.
Good morning. You have manners,
bless
my
the
friend.
REV-UP crew.
Good morning.
So I say pardon his manners. You said,
Because lower down, maybe
because
that's why.
he didn't say good morning before.
to the
oh, okay.
Kenton Harry says the difference between a canal mine. Oh, a what?
Canal.
Canal.
Oh,
Okay. You see, when they have it written like that, I don't know. Mind and a spiritual mind when it comes to forgiveness.
Yes.
Okay, so he's talking about that. Lucita says, Natalie, your mom, Becky, is my friend. Ask her about me.
Oh, everybody's my
Lucita.
mother's.
You know?
Lucita is,
You know?
she's a big fan of REV-UP.
Okay. Good morning.
Yeah. And Nellie says, shout out to my best friend Natasha in New York. Minding my business on REV-UP every day. Wishing her a wonderful day. Well, I'm happy she's minding your business. At least we've got someone else with us. So you can bring in more people minding your business. We like that. More people on the live. Okay, Arthur Charles says, good morning, folks.
Today is the birthday of the following persons.
Correct.
Ah.
Pamela Auntie Pam Charles.
Pamela.
Luther the Baker. Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Did you know that?
one second, slowly.
Luther the Baker.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Hold on a second. So the first person is whom?
Pam Charles.
Pam Charles. What's the full name?
Auntie Pam Charles.
Okay, morning,
I don't know who that
Auntie
is.
Pam Charles. Happy birthday to you. This is a special day for the lady. Let's make sure we
Yeah,
big,
I
big her up
normally
properly.
go through it and then I go a second
Oh,
time.
all right.
Remember
Okay,
that, Andre?
okay, all right,
So
good.
I go,
So that's
Pam
number
Charles,
one. Pam Charles.
Luther the Baker, Henry.
Luther the Baker.
Annie Dudu Shalmine of Canada, and Miguel Abraham.
All right.
Then we go slow now. Be
Okay.
ready. Miguel Abraham.
Happy
Take from
birthday,
Father.
Miguel Abraham. All the best to you. Happy birthday.
Annie Dudu Shalmine of Canada.
Annie Dudu Shalmine. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Ay,
birthday.
ay, ay, Dudu.
Happy
Kosa. Finish the song. Y'all know I also can sing.
Kwaze
Chemwe.
Chemwe. Yes.
All right. And Luther the Baker Henry.
Yeah, Lex Luthor.
Luther, happy
Lex
birthday
Luthor.
to you.
Yes, I. Have yourself a
Yes.
good one.
The kids always have me going to his bakery. As school is closed, I haven't been. I'm so sorry. Luther, I try to
What's
come.
their favorite cake from Luther's Bakery? What's their favorite?
The plain one, but the little girl likes the chocolate. So they always have the chocolate ready.
All right.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And Andre, you talk about cake, but they love the butter bread, Andre.
That's what they like.
Oh man.
You
they
heard
love
that,
the butter
Luther?
bread.
You heard that? People love your butter bread, man.
Yeah. He knows. He
And
knows.
these are the kids, right? That love it. Oh boy. And you know, once you see kids like something, you know it's got to be good.
Yeah.
All right?
You think so too, Andre?
Yeah, man. Once
Yeah.
kids like something, you see if a child likes a song, oh, that's a hit.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
What I found when I had Consuelo, if I was making fresh juice, I would give it to her to taste. So you're right about that. Because she'd go, so and then after when you put a little more sugar, then she'd go, As a little child growing up, yeah, you
See?
give a little taste.
Yeah. They know good stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
They
The
know good
taste
stuff.
buds.
You see, if a song is out, you see the kids, and not just maybe one kid, you have the vast majority of children loving that song, that's a hit.
Yeah.
That's a hit. I
Yeah.
can tell you that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what's the name song? That soca artist. It'll come. Nyla Blackman. Oh,
Yes.
the kids love her song. Okay, now, Anneli also
Which
said...
song by Nyla?
Yeah, which
They like?
It's not coming
You
to me, so
remember?
that's why I'm
Okay.
moving on.
All right. Yeah. She has a song called Continental Woman. Could it be that?
No, not that one.
It's a kind of
Is it
Afrobeat.
oranges?
The
Origins?
rhythm is good.
Anyway,
Can't
okay.
remember
She
yet.
has a song called
I'll
Last
get
Last.
it and play it, and that's how I'll remember.
Not Last Last?
Sing
No?
it, Andre.
Me?
There you go. Mhm. It's not a new one. It's probably there maybe a year or two.
Oh, okay.
Not a new one.
okay.
But the kids sing it
Okay,
all
Lady
the time.
J, it's 11:28.
Okay, and Nellie says, shout out to my best friend Natasha. I read that one. In New York, minding. Yeah, I read that. Arthur Zone. Josiane Alexander Larcher. Good morning,
Hey,
family.
Josie. Morning to you. Hope all is well with the entire family. Yes, the best neighbor in the world.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
Arthur Charles,
Josie.
he's got another one, Andre, but he goes directly into it. Also, it's the wedding anniversary of Mr. and Mrs. Pastor Benedict Ben
Oh, Pastor
and
Ben and his
Beverly,
wife.
47 years of age.
47 years. Wow, wow,
I never
wow,
knew Pastor
wow,
Ben
wow.
was even married.
I did,
Yes. Been married for
That's
quite a while.
news to me.
Yes, so congratulations, Pastor Ben. 47 years.
Get ready. The
Wow.
final one, Lucita Japierre says, well, tell Elon Musk that because he puts Trump as the president, That's all.
Yeah.
and there's
Agreed.
conversation going on. That's it, Andre, from
Alrighty.
the platform.
Okay.
So, from our friends over on YouTube, good morning to you.
Oh, you actually have some comments there today.
You do.
Alright,
We've been
alright.
having, Andre,
Alright.
at least 2, 3, yeah. He'll soon pick up.
So Nisa Sealy says, good morning to and terrific Tuesday to Andre, Natalie, and Lady J, listening from the Sunshine State.
Nice.
That's New Jersey, right?
Florida, isn't it?
Florida? Oh, sorry,
think
Florida. Hey,
Florida.
Moji, sorry. Hey.
Andre always makes that mistake and they correct him.
What's the name again? What's the name?
I think it's Nisa Sealy.
Okay, Nisa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, morning to you. And she also says, Andre, we have lost our values and morals over the years,
Yeah.
speaking to what you were saying, and too many children raising children.
True.
That's
I
part of
agree.
the problem as well, that's for sure. Okay, thank you very much for your comments. Let me tell you
This-
before we... yeah. You want to say something?
The WhatsApp platform. You have
no,
time for it?
11:30.
Okay.
11:30.
But there's a
So-
message there for you, Andre. So they put it on our shift, but it was for the shift before. It says, good morning, REV-UP. Andre, when you have such an interesting topic, please give us a little extra time. So that would have been
The love zone.
because, yeah, it
the
would have been the
zone.
love zone. but it's in
Unfortunately,
at
we
10:30.
can't do that because we have DBS waiting. You understand? Yeah, we'd love to do it, but unfortunately, we have to stick to the time. Sorry about that. But before we end, there was Powerball, the lottery in the US. The Powerball jackpot was $1.04 billion.
That's how many people are buying tickets, I
And
tell you.
one person won that.
Ooh, one person.
And imagine, they said the odds of winning this thing is 1 in 292.1 or 2 million. I mean, the odds are, for you to correctly get every single number.
Yeah.
That's the miracle.
Yeah.
Heather, the numbers were 4, 26, 66, 67, 69, and the red Powerball, 9. That person got all.
I wonder if
They
she
got
came
all.
with the numbers or it was just random.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, sometimes people use their birth
That's,
dates
Yeah,
of the
and
family
whatever,
members.
yeah.
I would never
Both
think
of
of
them.
60, 67, 69. I wouldn't think
so
of that.
close, yes.
I wouldn't think of that.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you just choose numbers out of the blue and just...
Or sometimes you wake up with a number in your mind and you start putting it down. Andre, I've only won once when I was living in Asia, and guess what it was?
$10.
6 cents.
$2. So I said, give me another ticket, please. Because you can get it at the same vendor when it's that
Yeah.
low. I'm
Wow.
like, give me another ticket, please.
Yes.
You know?
But Hedada, the winner can choose either the $1.04 billion jackpot paid over 29 years or lump sum cash payment of $450.5 million.
I'll just take the
which
lump
would you
sum.
choose?
I'll take the lump sum.
But
I know
remember, all that is before taxes. No
it
matter how you
doesn't
take
matter.
it. No matter how you
Andre,
take it.
million, I'll take 1 million and not wait for 2 million.
Yeah.
How do I know I'm going to live 29 years?
You're right about that.
It's a lot of money. You didn't work for it, Andre.
That's
$2,
true. I agree.
$2 alone. I don't
agree.
know. Is it $2, $3, $5?
$2.
That's all.
Yeah.
Take the please.
Yeah.
Take
You
it.
just have to make sure you can manage that. Because a lot of people lose it
Yeah.
very quickly.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
that's why before you take it, you have to make sure.
Remember we spoke about a guy
give the
recently?
government, give the different organizations. You got to give people, and then Andre. First thing, fixed deposit so you don't touch, because a lot of these people in America are killing themselves.
If this is at my age, I have no fixed deposit. No
Yeah,
risk.
at your age, you don't
What
need-
I'll do, I'll just leave them,
On a regular
significant-
account?
and a significant portion for the children, and I'm enjoying myself.
But Andre, you might dip into it too
Yeah,
quick.
yeah. I'll dip in. I can never use up all that money, $300 million, because after taxes, it'll be like
You can
$300
never
million.
use it up.
Yeah, well, me, a
But
man
you
like
said the
me,
right thing.
I
You
don't
said
drink.
at your age.
Yeah, at my age there. Wait.
Let me tell you, those people in the States, I mean,
Man.
sometimes I wonder why they're the ones winning. Because they get so much money, and all they do is to go and mess it up, drinking, drugs, whatever. And, I'm wondering, why didn't I win that?
Because that's because who they were prior to winning. You
A lot of
understand?
people argue that
Yeah.
point, yeah.
So a guy like me, for example, I don't mess with alcohol, kind of thing. Food is no big deal for me anymore. So,
And you don't like clothes.
well, that's when I get to like it.
But Andre,
That's one time I'll
you
get to
don't
like
like
it.
to travel. So if you were
see?
to win
You
that,
see?
if you were to win that, and you don't like to travel, now you're able to travel first class, business class, and what have you.
for sure.
Would that be
For sure.
part of
yeah,
using
yeah,
the
for
money?
Sure. And I'd still work because
Of course.
I love my work. I love
Of
what I'm
course.
doing.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah,
Do you remember?
and I still want my salary.
Of course. Andre, but that salary can go to an organization. That's what you give to the organization every month. You give that. Andre, do you remember the man who they tricked and he thought he won?
Oh,
And
yeah,
I told you he defecated on the boss
yeah,
desk.
imagine that. Imagine
And he
that.
didn't win,
That's a
very
terrible
smart.
thing.
Yeah,
That's a terrible play
So,
to play a
but-
prank like that.
But listen, apart from the boss not giving you the job, nobody else will employ you again. That's something to send him Coco Loco.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy. Anyway, so I have an icing on the cake here today.
Nice.
And it's our very, very good friend, Father Albert. And Father Albert is speaking with the faithful, and basically telling them, listen, you all have passion for country and western, for jazz and things like that, right? But when it comes to the Lord, right, everybody quiet, they're not, really singing and having a great time and so on. So here he is now, giving the people, his congregation, some pressure.
God has given me, as I know who I am. I know who God says I am. So the chosen generation is only the people that are standing there that feel they are chosen. Huh? Only the people who are standing that feel they are chosen. Sees out of the country and western, sees out of jazz, or tout cause du bout. Tout cause du bout. Zola fouette. Non, Zola fouette. Oh, Aïchaï, les autres qui étaient catholiques, quand ils ont l'autre religion, toute cause en l'air. Take that again.
Did you get it? Did you get
There's
it?
so much aggression in his desire
When
for
he's
you
in
to
the
love
church,
the Lord.
he gets that. Yeah, he gets that way.
I guess
but I always think,
he's passionate.
yeah, he's passionate. I always say, Andre, I go to the church and I'm relying on you, the priest, the pastor, to inspire me. So if you're boring, for example, I'm going to just sit there.
Exactly.
But if you give me the energy, I am going to get up and dance. Not that I will in these kind of churches. I don't really like it. But I'm just saying that's me.
Yeah.
Okay? So sometimes I wonder why he gets so excited.
Well, the thing is, remember, as you just correctly saying, that maybe that's one of the reasons I think a lot of people have left the Roman Catholic Church, because it's boring, it's quiet, right? It's not exciting.
okay.
So I think he's trying to put a little fire.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, don't
that's
put the
it.
fire on the people. Put the fire on him. Start to dance. Start to sing the song. The Lord is my whatever it is. Because the other churches, they really get into, and,
Yeah.
and I do, Andre, I'm a Catholic. I'm telling you, I do go to other churches, not just to the funerals, but if I'm invited, I do go. And that's because of my travels. Because I would not have done it ever if I had never left St. Lucia. But because I travel, for many years I was in and out. Andre, I had no choice. If you get a Methodist church, a Catholic church, a Church of God or whatever, you got to go.
take it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Tomorrow we'll talk about Jill Biden, President
wife.
Joe Biden's wife. Yeah, and praying to her son, asking her son who's dead, to intercede and so on her husband's behalf, because he's not well now.
Yeah,
he has an aggressive form of cancer,
Cancer, yeah.
prostate cancer. So she was talking about her feelings and her disappointment and so on. I guess after praying and seeing that whatever she was asking for, like in other words, God was not giving her what she's asking for, like for Bo to live and for her husband. So she's going for a rough time. So tomorrow, let's hopefully that we can get into that.
Well, not tomorrow, because we have the lowdown tomorrow.
Oh
No,
yeah.
it's not. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
tomorrow's a lowdown. Oh.
Yeah.
But maybe on Thursday.
Okay. Yes.
Thursday.
Sorry,
Make
but
it short so we
sorry.
don't forget Thursday, Andre.
Yes.
That the healing process.
You have to remind us, Lady J.
Now, why you all putting the burden
your show.
on me?
It's your show. So let me thank Natalie. Natalie, as always, thank you very much for being. Let me use the opportunity to say that, right? Natalie is actually, folks, going to be a future radio announcer here with us here at REV-UP. Okay, that's the reason she's here. She's already started doing her training and so on. So the only question is how are we going to maneuver or manage her, with Lady J and so on. We have to get to that point. But Natalie's going to be on the air at some point in time. All right? So Natalie, thank you very much. And Lady J, thank you very much. So folks, Lady J is going to be with you until 3 this afternoon. And then from 3 until 6, going to be Zen the DJ. And from 6 until 7 tonight, I'll be back here, God willing, for Doctor in the House with Dr. Leonard Suraj.
Oh, yeah, today's Tuesday. Thank you for reminding me.
So do enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you to everybody who's listening across the globe. Those of you on DBS, thank you so much for, carrying our show. We really do appreciate the fact that you're taking the time on your very, very precious TV station to have us here. We really do appreciate, and we don't take that for granted at all. So Linda and the entire crew, have yourself a great day. So this has been Harddrive for today, Tuesday, the 18th of August, brought to you the compliments of Ultramart and Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Randalli's Funeral Parlor, we strive to bring you and your family the highest level of comfort, absolute satisfaction, and peace of mind during your most sorrowful time of need.
Our professional standards and quality services are second to none. We offer ground burials, burials at sea, cremations and embalming, fine locally made coffins, internationally made caskets, 24-hour emergency, shipping and receiving the deceased to and from overseas.
Ram Valley's signature funeral package includes a casket or coffin collection, refrigeration and preparation of the body, her services, 100 funeral leaflets, 12 memorial buttons, 6 keyrings, 10 corsages, and 1 framed photo.
Ram Valley's Funeral Parlor, Calvary Road, Castries, and Lartuni, Beaufort. For more information, please call 758-452-2021 or 758-454-9239.
Looking for a one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs? Look no further than Ultramart. We stock a variety of options from the world's leading brands, all at affordable prices. Whether you're looking for fresh produce, pantry staples, or household essentials, we've got you covered. And that's not all. Don't miss out on our ultra specials and promotions for a chance to win hundreds of dollars in vouchers, hampers, and special prizes. Visit any one of our 4 convenient locations today or check us out on our Facebook and Instagram page. Ultramart, your one-stop shop for all your grocery and household needs. Shop smart. Shop Ultramart.
From coast to coast,
I would love to hear it.
we're revving up the airwaves
Are you sleeping?
on 95.9 FM, the alpha of radio.
Twins of twins, an